step up here on this ledge, probably up there, probably 400 or 500 yards. There's a sinkhole up there. And we have a cage on it right now, but they found 21 skeletons in it. It goes down about 10 meters down, and then it opens up into a big chamber, like a little cavern. And they think that was kind of a burial site for them. So,
For the people?
yeah, they found skeletal remains.
Wow.
Yeah.
When was that? Throw them in the hole, huh?
What's that?
Throw them in the hole.
Yeah, I think so. You know, it's hard to say. They also had some professors from a college in Mexico come here back, I think it was in the 70s, and he found a spider that had not been identified yet anywhere else in the world. And then he came back about 2 years ago, and they found 2 of them. So they named them, but it was kind of interesting because that was the only place they've ever seen that particular spider. So,
In the chamber?
yeah, inside the chamber, and they've never seen it anywhere else. So, yeah, it's kind of neat.
Are there still a lot of digs and...
Lodging for the rangers, you know, I saw some houses over in the area. Is that part of the park? And I could see some
Какая-то креветка гигантская.
Смотри, вот высота была какая. Там уже можно было рисовать. Согласен?
Так вот оно выглядит сейчас. Вот какие
Вот
рисунки.
на такой высоте. Если вот по тому уровню, это тоже невысоко там было. Что ж, это как раз.
За вот этого кота рассказывали. Или что это такое? Непонятно что.
Around the whole region, drawing watercolor replicas of all the rock art. This rock art has faded even since I've been here. I got to step back over here, and you can almost kind of look up there and see it. But it's really, when I first started here, you could see it quite a bit better. So it's amazing that it's faded that much in this short a time. They think a lot of the rock art fading is due to the climate change and building the lake here.
Yeah, put in the reservoir.
Yeah, when they put the reservoir, it changed the humidity levels and everything. So,
Oh yeah.
but this rock art's really large here, and it's some of the largest in the region. They think they put this rock art here. One of the theories is on the side of the canyon here, because the canyon makes a big bend right here, and you could see it if you were coming from either direction. You could see it like a big billboard or something on the side. Supposedly these early people were nomadic. Several different groups used these same shelters. I'm not sure how they know that, but that was one of their theories. That there was quite a few different groups using these shelters.
Did you find any remains here or some?
Yeah, they found.
No, here.
Oh, not that I know of. The shadows actually light it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, he did get crunched.
You'll see black on the ceiling here. This black was from the earth ovens. The floors are built up in a lot of these shelters. This particular floor is 9 to 11 foot deep up at the main chamber. But limestone's a soft rock, and when they build fire in it, it keeps breaking into smaller rocks. So they would have to bring more big rocks up here and make those earth ovens. And you'll see a lot of the ash in the floor and broken rock. But then the floor, as they used it, built up and covered actually some of the earlier rock art that they were painting back in the day, you know, when they first used it.
І вони насипали, досипали і
She's
засипали.
trying to raise up, yeah.
You can kind of see, looks like stick figures. This rock right here was used like a chopping block, like a cutting board. And the top of it, from them throwing game and stuff up there, is kind of polished the top of it from being on top of it. And you can actually see the knife marks in the top, or cutting marks. I shouldn't say so much a knife, but chopping marks on the top of it there were that cut up animals and stuff. And then, do y'all know the difference between pictographs and petroglyphs?
Yep.
Pictograph is a painting, and petroglyph is a carving. So this is actually some petroglyphs here on this rock. We don't have very many petroglyphs in this area, but most of it's pictographs, you know, paintings. So, but there are a few petroglyphs in the area, and here's some right here on this rock right here.
Are they?
This is a social center right here then, wasn't it?
Yeah, they did. They spent a lot of time here because they got up and cut stuff up on that rock so much, and the top of it, you know, that's nothing we put on there. Limestone does that. It's so soft, and you can see their cutting marks and everything right on the top where. So they did, you know. Some
It
people.
must have been some pretty hard, sharp tools, because I don't think that, it doesn't look as if those marks are like back and forth in the same spot. It looks like it's like one big
Yeah,
part.
it's possible because limestone's so soft, and most of their tools were made out of flint, you know, before their iron come around. So I would have to say, yeah, it was probably pretty sharp flint tools.
Это ж выбитое.
Most of these craters that you see here are from diggings before the park took over. Landowners used to allow people to come in and dig for a fee, so they supplemented their income and would let people come look for artifacts. So you'll see a lot of these craters where people were actually digging and sifting for artifacts. So.
Кажется, хтось люди самі делали раскопки, хтось разрешали, за деньги приходишь, делаешь раскопки.
What's that?
I would suspect they found some.
Oh, yeah. The vegetation you see up here, what I've been told, you can see a lot up here especially, is they would bring mats and make mats, sleeping mats, and there's layers of that sleeping bedding material.
There were some samples of that down in the museum area.
Right. There's quite a bit up here in the main chamber. dark day, it's almost too dark to see, you need a light. Some of this rock art here, on this placard right here, is actually on the ceiling here. You can see, and when you get into this area too, you start seeing the more white, which is a calcite, and some of the different colors. And some areas you go in with the rock art, and there's quite a bit of
Oh, this one is over
black
there.
I think so. And of course, this one here is real easy to see right there.
Yeah.
smoke, fire, yeah, the soot from the fire.
What time of the year was the painting season?
Most of all the shelters that we have on the park and in the surrounding area, they have really black shelters. And one of our shelters is named Black Cave. It's so black on the ceiling from the fire. And they just Black Cave. You know, there's a lot of theory on that too, but they said, and further down there's a honeybee nest that always seems to bug people, especially in the spring.
6000 лет назад.
The water freezes and actually forces the cracks out. So a lot of these rocks fell from the ceiling at one time I go there. And you'll see other shelters
могут
with
решить
fresh
этот
rocks
вопрос.
right on top of the floor.
Вот здесь воспроизведена картина.
Yeah, the floor's 11 foot deep, so when they first started painting, the floor wasn't very deep, and as they used
Тут
it
очень много
through the
таких вот,
years, the floor built up and covered
много
the rock.
рисунков таких вот.
Здесь очень много рисунков. Вот.
Yeah, and
И
you go
ученые
with,
приходят к
Packer
такому
Cave and
выводу,
some of those others,
что
there's
люди
so much
здесь
rock art in there that,
скрывались от
I mean, it's
непогоды
just
и
the whole
вообще
wall, everything was
обитали,
covered, the
потому что
floor's covered a
потолок
lot of it also.
все задымленный.
Yeah, it's down, it's on that side of the
Вот
canyon,
эти
though, when the
до-
lake's up, you can
ямы,
get there by boat access.
раньше люди
Or,
самостоятельно
you can
здесь,
hike down
пока
our trails and
парк не
look
был
at it with
организован,
binoculars.
копали и искали артефакты различные. Вот. И сейчас свободный ход запрещен. Вот.
Well, it's just
И
like
только
this,
в
it's just
составе
an
групп
overhang. Oh, right. They call it Panther Cave, but it's not a tree.
посещать это
Yeah,
место.
yeah, there's quite a bit more to it.
Okay, I got it.
How many paints there?
Huh?
How many paints are there? Here. In the Panther Cave?
Oh, there's a lot. They don't even know there's so many thousands there.
Вот такой вот вид из пещеры. Очень уютненько, да?
Well, I have to be the last one out, so y'all can
Окей.
start.
А вот это я не снял.
Did they used to let people into the canyon?
Yeah, years ago. Yeah, and, they ended up leaving trash, touching it, getting off, and doing the little digging. Some of them sneak in here and do digging, and then back down here, there's one on the left. Before we drop down, you can see the, where they sign their name.
I just said that. I
Did
was
you see
like,
that?
I went, yeah, because I was like, there's another one, but I bet it was somebody who wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, they've done that quite a bit. There's probably
People
evidence.
suck.
I come down here quite a bit in the evenings and check, see if anybody's down there.
Honestly, that's a good call. It's
Yeah, that's basically what happens, somebody runs it for everybody else. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, first I thought it was a bunch of, I read a story like that in some, I think he might have been showing us, he had like done,
Доска для резки, готовки.
and they were trying to, it was like, I didn't see that, you know, this one.
Ты, Саш, ты видел?
I think his parents. What
does it look
Oh,
like?
right here,
to you?
you see this PM right here?
Yeah.
That was done
You see the
probably in
people holding hands right
2012.
Oh, yeah, this is that under? Yeah, that's awesome.
that?
You'll see like
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
a
we're
head
that's why
or
people get mad that they can't come down here by themselves, but
I get it. Are there other canyons? I see someone
no, there's
I guess
canyons
you
that
leave
branch
that
off of this
for
one,
100
and
years
Crescent Canyon that has quite a bit of rock art in it.
And then
probably
Branches off of this one, and then,
just rough
you know, of course, Myers.
Палка-палка, огуречек, вот и вышел человечек, вот откуда у нас все это берется. Ага.
And there's still a few that you can see, and when the lake's low, you can see all the ash and mitten on the floor, but the rock art was destroyed by the water.
That's to see what we were wanting. Did they make the lake just for water purposes?
Yeah, and flooding
Flooding,
purposes. They had a
yeah.
bad flood. They had some really bad floods. And, they needed to control the flooding and erosion and different stuff.
There's the one that's like right off the interstate that we have,
Oh, it's like a cat.
that where all the drainage from the city goes into this.
An Indian?
It's like you can walk around it. It's taking the dogs there.
I think
But
it's
it's for like flood purposes, it redirects all the water to this one spot.
Yeah, I think that was
It's a good thing we started early. Yeah.
go to the side and let these people get ahead of
yeah,